This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast, a replay of today's full show.
It's Tuesday, November 19th. On today's show, don't touch Grandma's thermostat.
She will slap your hand with a wooden spoon.
Josh chooses a deviled egg over a roll. What is the matter with you?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with me.
Over a roll?
Yeah, but maybe not over stuffing.
Not even over a roll?
No, I don't. I could do without a roll.
I can't handle it.
I've had a lot of rolls. They're not that great.
Oh, my. You can cook a turkey in a transformer pillowcase, but make sure it's soaked.
Yeah, keep it wet.
We're making the 8-hour trek to Canada for fast food.
I guess so.
Madonna really wants to tell her story.
Like a lot. She wants to tell a lot of the story.
She's got a lot of story to tell.
From her early career to the early 90s. There's more life after the 90s, Madonna.
That's what she's saying.
No, she's saying she wants to detail. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The Rockefeller Christmas Tree will be lit this year. What?
I think it's lit every year,
lit.
But Kelly Clarkson and the Backstreet Boys are helping this time.
Mike Tyson and Jake Paul got paid for buffering.
Yep. What's your big thumbs up?
That was good writing.
Oh, thanks.
My nose is always cold, and I found a solution.
Yeah.
Standing around looking at it.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
We are lazy.
By nature, I guess.
There's a bullfrog waiting in an airport.
You got somewhere to be?
Mojo Dojo Casa House is the #1 team in our fantasy football league.
Let's go. Let's go. Say it one more time.
Embrace the season.
Oh, okay, fine. Thanks for listening to the show. If you want to hear it live, you can every weekday morning. It's live on Classy 97. You can also listen on the free Classy 97 app. Just download that in your app store. Hope you'll subscribe wherever you're listening and rate the show. What you doing over there? Wrestling around in bags?
I'm getting some chapstick.
Oh, good. Enjoy today's show.
Don't mind me.
Hey, let's make some noise for the toilet today. Come on.
Whoa.
Yeah. Give it up for the toilet on World Toilet Day.
World Toilet Day? Hey,
You got
listen, I am a big fan
Yeah,
of indoor plumbing.
for sure. Imagine the days of not having it.
No,
Ugh.
I don't even want to imagine.
I know.
I've roughed it before,
Yeah. Oh, no, I know.
and I'm always happy to come back to
Yeah.
indoor plumbing.
So, way
Big
to go.
shout outs from me.
Yeah. Celebrate today.
I will accordingly.
All right. It's Have a Bad Day Day.
No.
Yeah, because here's the deal. It says sending vibes that turn frowns upside down is a playful act that adds a touch of devilish humor and lightheartedness to someone's day. Have a bad day. Hey, hope you have a bad day.
What did you say?
Yeah, you heard me.
Then my frown will turn upside
and you'll be like,
down.
actually, I think I'll have a good day in spite of you.
That's so devilish of you.
Yeah. Right.
Stupid.
Entrepreneurs Day today. It is also International Men's Day. And this is about raising awareness of the mental health issues that guys face. It is November. It has also been called Movember for men's health, which is a big deal. So take it seriously.
Men, take care of you.
Mhm.
Don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Your wives, your partners, your children, your parents, they all want you to. They all want you to take care of yourself. And hey, guess what else? It's okay to show emotion. Find somebody that you can be vulnerable with and share that emotion.
All right. I'm just listening, taking it in. Still looking.
Still looking for somebody to share your
Yeah.
emotion with?
Mhm.
I hope you find her or him. Whatever.
It's National Working Daughters Day today. You're a working daughter.
I am.
But this one is talking about nurturing the well-being of aging loved ones and embodying the strength found in caregiving bonds and selfless dedication. It's a little different than just being a daughter who has a job. It is.
That's important too.
Yeah. I mentioned it's Entrepreneur Day, but it's also Women's Entrepreneurship Day, which I think is a big deal. It's also National Play Monopoly Day.
No.
Pass.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Pass.
I
And just the other day we had Camp T-Shirt Day. Today's National Camp Day. What?
In November?
Yeah. You goofed.
What are we in Australia?
It's like right? It's like they forgot that we needed a camp day, and they were like, we should get that in before the end of the year.
Well,
how about slap it on the 19th of November? It's a good idea. That was how their meeting went. I'm pretty sure of it. Okay.
I think that's how it went.
Yeah.
I've seen those people.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what's happening.
That's it? Those are the days?
That's what's going on.
Not even any dessert in there.
There's no food whatsoever.
Can't believe it. There should be at least one food in
every
all
day?
Of the days. Yeah.
But we'll run out.
No, I don't think that we will.
Let's see.
360. You don't think there's 365 different foods we could put on?
Peanut butter is all month long.
Peanut butter?
Yeah. It's also Rice Awareness Month. Are you aware of rice?
Yes.
Yeah. It's Vegan Month, Banana Pudding Lovers Month, Fun with Fondue Month.
Fun with fondue?
Yeah.
We had a fondue set once.
Gluten-free Diet Awareness Month, probably in the garage. So there's some food in there.
Boring food.
Raisin Bread Month.
Ooh.
Pomegranate Month. November's got a ton of food.
All right. Well, you don't even talk about them.
Listen,
How was I
that's
going to know?
because it's all month long. We just talk about the days. We don't talk about the month.
Well,
there's stuff for the week. Well, do you? Punk? Good morning. It's Tuesday. It's Josh and Chantel.
There was a family. You kept nodding at me to start talking.
Whenever you want.
Well, I do. And then I kind of wanted to see how long it would take you to just keep nodding.
Anytime. You said there was a family?
There was a family who celebrated Thanksgiving at their grandma's house this past weekend, and they were all just so hot. Grandma had her thermostat set so high. They were all miserable. And I don't know if it's worse to be so hot in somebody else's house that you're just dying and you can't get any air, or if it's worse to be just freezing and you can't get warm.
Yeah, I don't know either.
So,
I think here's the situation. I think where you'd have to want to be cooler when you're eating a lot of food.
Yes,
specifically because being really full of Thanksgiving and hot. Oh, that sounds awful.
So everybody was sweating, and then finally one woman told her husband, "Hey, please go turn down the thermostat." The husband did. And Grandma found out that he touched the thermostat, and she was piping hot mad.
Yeah?
Grandma said he must not have been raised right, and now she won't talk to them. And
so this was who? This was her son?
No, this was her grandson-in-law.
Grandson-in-law.
Yes.
All right.
And so that's why she's extra mad, because he was not raised right. Her kids would never do this.
You know what happened is they all were miserable, and he said, I'm going to be a fixer right now, and I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm going to get us some air. And did she catch him touching it, or did it just get cooler and everybody else was way more comfortable, but Grandma wasn't because it wasn't 85 degrees in her house?
It was that.
And then she went, who touched my thermostat?
And she said that is the rudest thing a guest can do in a person's home.
I can think of way ruder things.
I can think of much worse things, to be sure.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know why they didn't just say, hey, Grandma, it's really hot in here. Can we open a window or turn down the thermostat?
I bet they did.
They might have.
And finally, new guy was like, I can't take it
I'm going to take
anymore.
matters into my own hands.
I can't take it.
That turkey is sweating my guts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can't deal. So I'm taking matters into my own little fingertips, and I am making adjustments.
Do you think it would be rude if somebody touched our thermostat?
Not necessarily rude, but I'd be like, what do you think? Just ask.
Yeah.
You know?
It'd be weird.
Like if you just came in and started adjusting things, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, we have programs set.
Yeah, right? There's a schedule. You think? Yeah, there's a schedule. The thermostat doesn't need much touching.
I touch it sometimes.
I'm going to put a cover on it with a lock.
Why?
Why?
I see you fiddling with it sometimes. I never know what you're doing, but...
Checking the schedule. Making sure everything... Sometimes you got to go visit the thermostat every once in a while. Mind your business. What am I doing? Minding mine, I'll tell you that much.
I look at it sometimes. I go, ooh, I'm going to turn this up. And I do. Because guess what? It's my house.
Yeah, but the schedule overrides, and so it kicks back on the schedule.
That's why.
That's why. So adjust to your heart's content, because the schedule will take over pretty soon, and it'll just be back to normal.
Run as normal.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's some kind of thermostat code that you can type in that says, I'm the man of the house. Listen to me only.
Like a genie.
Yeah. And then the women come along and they're like, ooh, it's chilly. I'm going to raise this temperature.
I'm not like gatekeeping the thermostat. Like
Okay.
I know you can go and adjust it, but also I know that the way I have it set is going to take over and it'll balance back out. So,
Maybe I might just learn how to use that thermostat.
Okay.
Schedule some things of my own.
Sure.
No, I don't want to. That sounds so lame.
That's why I wasn't worried. No fear here.
Josh, you can only
Chantel.
eat 5 Thanksgiving items.
5.
Your plate can only hold 5 things.
Okay.
What 5 things are you picking?
Okay. Well, let's start with the mains here. Turkey. I'm going to need that.
Okay.
Some potatoes.
Okay. The gravy is separate.
Gravy counts as an item.
Yep.
So I'm going to have gravy.
Okay. You're up to 3. 2 more.
I'm going to need a deviled egg.
Okay.
At
That's
least.
funny.
At least.
I didn't
One.
think you would have picked that.
If I only get 5 items.
You get 5. You got 1 more.
I know. I'm trying to decide.
Green bean casserole.
No, it's not green bean casserole. It's not yams. I don't have to have a roll.
What?
I don't have to.
You have such a different palate than mine.
I know. That's why our
You
plates
don't
look
have
way
to have
different.
a roll.
I don't
Who
have
says
to.
that?
I like I could do without it.
Oh, that's the best part.
I'm trying to figure out what else I'm going to put on my plate.
Pie?
Yeah, but this was dinner. You didn't say also
no,
dessert.
Dessert also
Well,
counts.
then I dropped my paper. But I'm going to add on a pumpkin pie, but whipped cream counts with it because those they don't go separate.
Who's making the rules here?
I am. And also, it's homemade, not Cool Whip.
Okay.
Don't be lazy.
Okay.
Make the real stuff
All right.
because it makes a difference.
It does make a difference. You're not wrong about that. I can't believe you picked a deviled egg over a roll.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Interesting.
If there's a plate of rolls, even warm ones, and there's a plate of deviled eggs, I'm going to take a deviled egg before I take a roll.
Are you insane?
No.
A homemade roll. A homemade grandma roll. You're
Yeah.
picking the deviled egg over that?
Have you had a deviled egg?
I don't even know who I married. That is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard you say.
I'll tell you who you married, not your brother. Your brother's the roll guy.
Everybody likes rolls.
I'm not the roll guy.
Oh, my. I love rolls. I'll take a homemade roll over anything, anytime. Over a deviled egg, especially. A deviled egg?
Yeah.
No.
Why are you so bashing on the deviled eggs? Man.
I'm sorry. Do you want to know my list?
Oh, sure. I forgot you were going to make one.
Stuffing, yams, roll,
Oh, stuffing. See, that's a good one. I might
Cranberry
take
sauce.
stuffing over a deviled egg.
And pie.
Hang on. You've
Well,
gone too fast.
You interrupted.
Because you brought up something that I forgot.
Stuffing?
Stuffing. I might have to forego the deviled egg for stuffing,
Good. Finally, some sense.
but not a roll.
Oh, my. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
Okay, so you said go again?
Stuffing, yams, roll, cranberry sauce, pie.
Huh.
And it doesn't matter what kind of pie. Oh, well, yes, it does matter. Like, it has to be a dessert pie. It can't be like mincemeat pie.
When have you ever had mincemeat pie? Never.
Never. But I like all kinds of pie. Apple, cherry, pumpkin,
Chocolate,
pecan.
coconut.
I'll take them all. Coconut is my favorite. Coconut cream pie is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll never say no to a piece of pie.
Would you say no to a deviled egg?
I mean, yes.
No, I know you would. Loud and clear. I think everyone knows how you feel about deviled eggs
like
now.
deviled eggs. I would never pick a deviled egg over a roll.
Well,
learning so much today.
Would you rather have a deviled egg or a celery with cheese whiz?
Celery with cheese whiz.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with
Deviled
you?
eggs are delicious.
Deviled eggs are delicious. Never going to be my first choice.
Never.
Never. Well, I don't want to say never, because maybe someday I might go, yeah, I'm in the mood for a deviled egg.
Or a piece of turkey, because turkey wasn't even on your list.
No, I'll never pick turkey on my list. A deviled egg. See? I'll pick a deviled egg over turkey.
See? Okay. Thanks for the clarification. This is a pretty cool story. This is a story about Sophia Park. Have you heard of her?
No.
She's a 17-year-old from Tulare County, California, and she has just become the youngest person to pass the California bar exam.
I did read this, actually.
17 years old. Unreal.
She beat her brother by like 3 months.
That is correct. Yep. The record happened to be set by her older brother, Peter, just last year. She started law school at 13 years old.
It's insane.
Passed the bar exam at 17 and 8 months old. Her brother, she beat him by almost 3 months. To accomplish the mission, it says Sophia has been on a fast track with her schoolwork. But like her brother, she started law school at the age of 13 in 2020. She graduated from high school early in 2022, graduated from Northwestern California University School of Law this year, and she plans to join the county district attorney's office, where her brother is also working, once she's sworn in as a licensed attorney in March of next year.
That's so cool.
Isn't that wild?
Yes.
17-year-old attorneys.
Can you imagine, what were you doing at 13? She was going to law school.
I wasn't going to law school.
At 13, I was making them dances on the picnic table. Like, yeah, I'm gonna make it someday. This is a good move. I'm gonna be a choreographer someday.
Were you really thinking that?
No.
I was pretending to be on the radio. I was in my basement recording myself on cassette tapes, talking to myself.
You did your thing.
So that I could get used to sitting in a room talking to myself for a lot of years.
You did it.
Yeah.
You made it come true.
It takes a weirdo, I tell you. Sometimes. You just got to really just have a passion for it.
You did not go to law school.
Nope. Did not have that in my brain that I could even do that.
I worry sometimes that maybe she didn't have childhood. She was so busy studying law school. I don't know. Maybe that's what she really wanted, though. Maybe she didn't want to mess around with any of that childish behavior.
Oh, she's too mature for that.
That's what I'm saying.
I see
don't
what
know.
you're saying.
It's pretty amazing.
Congratulations to her. It's a big deal. 17-year-old attorney. She'll be sworn in March, which I think she'll be 18 by then. She will be. She'll be 18 when she gets sworn in, and I wonder if that's a law.
It must be.
Maybe there's a rule, and that's why she has to wait till March to be sworn in. But congratulations. What a big deal. What a big deal.
Good job.
It's good news to get you going.
Have you ever heard of cooking your turkey in a pillowcase?
No, I have not.
This is a recipe that was
heard of
shared
oven bags.
by a Today food contributor, Today, the TV show.
Yeah.
Today. So basically, you can also use cheesecloth, but they swear by the pillowcase method. This woman said that her grandmother did it, and her grandma is a perfectionist, and she didn't have a lot of cheesecloth in the 1920s when her grandmother first started to do it. And it would drive her grandmother crazy that her turkey would get too brown before the turkey was actually cooked all the way through. So she took a clean white pillowcase. She tore it in two, wrapped it around the turkey, and then soaked the entire thing. You put it in your basting pan or your roasting pan. And then you soak the entire thing in sherry, white wine, and melted butter.
Okay.
What?
Nothing. Go on.
She said not even a Norman Rockwell painting was prettier than my grandmother's turkey.
Oh, boy. So the issue she has is that the outside gets done before the inside.
The outside gets too brown before the inside
and
is
I've
cooked.
seen where the turkey skin separates and it gets a little crispy on the outside, and she doesn't like that because she wants it to look like a Norman Rockwell paint.
Yeah, and it looks pretty. I'm looking at a picture.
It's not that important to me.
Here is the key though. You have to keep the pillowcase completely saturated,
right,
all the way through at all times.
Or else you could have
or
a fire.
You're gonna catch on fire.
Correct. So you're constantly putting liquid over the top of it.
Yes. And then, okay, so here's what you do. You rinse the turkey, you remove the giblets and the neck, and then you stuff the cavity with onion, celery, and lemon. Pat the turkey dry, then rub butter over the skin and season with salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Then you wrap the turkey in bacon. Then you wrap all of that in the pillowcase or the cheesecloth.
Right.
Again, this is a huge fire hazard. So, ladies and gentlemen,
I get it.
Precautions.
I did a cheesecake with a water bath that had to have a towel on the bottom, and I was nervous about it the whole time.
Then you're going to put it in your roasting dish, breast side down.
Yeah, I've heard about this. It's not unheard of.
Oh.
And again, I'm going to go back to the culinary professional that I saw online who said, look, I've tried everything. I've tried all the things. I've turned it upside down. I've fried it. I've smoked it. I've done all kinds of different turkey. The only way to make turkey taste good is to have good gravy. She's like, turkey by itself isn't good.
Has he tried the pillowcase recipe?
I think she probably has.
She?
Yeah.
Okay.
She said she's tried it all.
Okay.
She's like I want turkey to be good. I've tried everything.
But has
the
she
only way
tried
to make it good is gravy and cranberry sauce.
the pillowcase recipe?
I'm sure she's tried cheesecloth. I guarantee it. She's tried them all.
Here's another tip. Make sure you get a clean pillowcase.
Nah, just grab one off the kids.
Ew. This one has Transformers on it.
It's fine. Transformer turkey. It's all good.
I'm not going to ever use this recipe. But in case some of you do,
okay,
make sure your pillowcase is saturated.
Right. Look, if you want to talk about turkey safety, if you're going to try the frying thing, measure with water first. Measure with water first. Meaning, put your turkey in the pot, fill it up with water, take the turkey out of the pot, measure how much water is in the pot. That's how much oil you need. Don't overdo it. So many people make mistakes.
Also, you could also just not ever cook turkey.
Well, there is that, because we know your stance on turkey. I like turkey, but it has to be covered in gravy.
Have your turkey.
I will. I like it. It's delicious.
And
you can't say gobble gobble on Thanksgiving if you don't gobble gobble.
Yes, you can.
Nope. It's against the rules.
You can say gobble gobble while eating a roll.
I don't even want to hear it.
I've done it.
No. Only if your roll has turkey on it.
No.
A little salt and pepper, some mustard in there.
Cranberry
That's a turkey
sauce?
sandwich.
Cranberry sauce.
No. Mayonnaise, mustard, salt and pepper. Roll.
Cranberry sauce.
Turkey sandwich.
You're wrong. Josh, how far away is it to Canada?
How far away is Canada from here? What part of Canada?
Just any part of Canada. We just have to go to Canada because here's what's happening in Canada.
Okay, well, let me just tell you. Calgary is, I think, the closest to fly to.
No, we can just drive.
Okay.
It's not that far away, Canada.
All right, let's go driving.
Just go head north. We'll be there. Let me tell you what's in Canada. The McDonald's in Canada is selling bestie bundles.
What is it?
It's a meal deal for you and your bestie.
Okay.
It includes 2 of everything: junior chicken sandwiches, small fries, small fountain drinks. Perfect for splitting with a friend. It even has 2 limited edition friendship bracelets that come with 5 different phrases.
Uh-huh.
One of them could say, "Live, laugh, Big Mac."
Okay.
The other could say, "Share fries later." Those are the only 2 I know that they say. Because those are the only pictures I have. I don't know why this is only in Canada, but I think this is a brilliant marketing move.
All right. So there is one in Creston, which is, let me get directions. It's just straight up, right?
Okay.
Let's go from the studios here.
I'm going to guess 12 hours. 12 hours away.
8 hours and 41 minutes.
See, that's less than what I was anticipating.
8 hours and 41 minutes. We can be at McDonald's in Creston.
Getting a bestie bundle.
It's right across the street from a Tim Hortons. Very Canada.
I love Tim Hortons. Let's go to Tim Hortons instead.
Well, it's 8 hours and 41 minutes away. It's closer. It's closer than Las Vegas.
How long ago were we in Toronto? It's been
in 2006.
Years. Holy moly. They had the best. I don't think it was even at Tim Hortons.
No, you're talking about the chocolate
frozen
chiller?
Hot cocoa?
Yeah.
The chocolate chiller.
That was at a place called Second Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. We
And
spent
it
all
was
of our money on
delicious.
those things.
Yes, we did.
Let's go there instead. Forget the bestie bundle. Let's go get a chocolate chiller. We tried to recreate those at home when we got home, remember? And we could never.
No, I got
it was
pretty
never
close.
The same.
I got pretty close. Couple of times.
Do you remember the recipe?
No, I haven't made it in a very long time.
It's been a very long time. I need one of those right now. Stat.
Well, I can't. I don't have the supplies.
You say you're my bestie, but you don't do anything.
Go get your bestie bundle.
Prove to me that you're my bestie. I need a chocolate chiller right now. I need either a chocolate chiller or a bestie bundle. So you better get to trekking.
8 hours, 41 minutes. I'll be back tomorrow. What? Because that's one way. Plus, it's going to be melted. 8 hours. I'm going to have to put it on dry ice.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you are. Like,
you're
trying to make me make plans?
You're a problem solver. You like to fix things.
Sure.
Here's a problem. Fix it.
You need a treat from Canada. That's the problem?
Yes.
Fix the problem. Okay. Well, while I'm in Creston in British Columbia, here are a few other things I could check out.
Okay.
Let's
plan a road trip.
Along the way, you can check out the World Museum of Mining.
No. Bad.
We're going to cruise right through Montana.
Okay.
So we can stop by the old Montana Prison and Auto Museum.
We did that last
I know, it's the same route. That's how you get there.
I don't need to do that again.
Once you get up toward Coeur d'Alene, you just keep going up. That's the big difference.
Okay.
Instead of, hooking back down and coming down through Spokane and everything. We just keep going.
We should have done
you end
that
up in
last
Canada.
year, Dad.
Well, we didn't. So there's that. I'll get to solving the problem, though.
Okay, get on it.
All right.
They have been trying to make a biopic about Madonna for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And she came out on social media and said they've been working on this movie for 4 years.
That's what she said?
Yeah.
She's had crews following her around for 4 years?
I don't think it's necessarily them following her around. I think they are trying to write and produce a story about her life, and it's just taking some time. And she said, I realized this was going to be a challenge, and they want to downsize it, make it smaller. And she said, no, you should not make it smaller. So now she's thinking and trying to convince them to make it a TV series.
Oh, really?
Instead of a movie.
Okay. Like a multi-part, like 3 to 4 hour, maybe longer series of her life. Now, look, she's been in the music scene and a celebrity for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
So there's probably a lot of story to tell there because a lot of people have shared their stories and she's like inserted into them in timelines. So that's been interesting.
Do you remember in the early 80s when I was just a kid and you were just a kid? And
sure.
Your mom would say, "You can't watch that video." And I'd say, "Why not?" And she would say, "Because that's Madonna." And I'd say,
"That's Madonna."
Okay.
I never had that conversation.
You didn't?
No.
And then my mom would never let me watch her, but then your older sister would watch her, and then you would sneak a peek while your older sister was watching, and you'd be like, "Oh.
That's Madonna."
Now I know why mom wouldn't let me watch that.
That's Madonna.
I get it. And then your older sister would say, "Don't tell mom I showed you that." And
so is that how it went?
yes.
I see. Well, here's what Madonna posted on Instagram. She was in Los Angeles, and she said she's been listening to producers and agents tell me why I can't make my film and that they want me to downsize, as you said. And she said, no way.
Yeah.
So she wants this thing to span her early career in New York City through the early 90s. So that's not even the past, 30 years. It's just the early part of her career to the early 90s.
Well, and here's what I kind of appreciate. She said, "I don't want to shrink and make myself smaller. That's not who I am. That's never what I've been about. I'm not going to downsize myself. If you want something badly in life, the whole universe will conspire to help you get it."
Okay, good for her.
So she said, "What do you guys think?" And she put it out to her fans. And the fans agreed and supported the choice to make it into a series, to make it what
Tell
it needed
more
to
story.
be.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting if it ever happens. It sounds like if they're going to go do more, it's only going to take longer, and it's already taken years.
4. It's taken 4 years.
So it's going to take even longer. Maybe we'll see that one day.
Maybe.
But you can't watch it.
I can now.
Only your sister can.
No, I get to make my own choices
now.
now.
You can't. No. I'll tell your mom on you.
My mom won't tell me what to do.
I bet she will.
I bet she can.
Now, will you listen?
No.
Why?
Because I'm the baby. Because the second your parents tell you not to do something, you go, "Why?" And then you go, "I got to find out why I'm not supposed to watch that."
I'm the baby. So every year they do big Christmassy stuff, and it makes it onto TV. They do big celebrations all over the country, and one of those is the Christmas in Rockefeller Center.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, like the tree lighting thing, and they have a bunch of musical performances and stuff. This is going to be on NBC on December 4th. Kelly Clarkson and the Backstreet Boys will be there.
Doing
which is
a
kind
duet?
of a big deal. No, Kelly Clarkson's going to host. She'll probably sing with a bunch of people, though. I wouldn't be surprised. She's quite a performer and a really talented singer. I don't know if you've heard of her.
Of Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, she's
kind
of a big deal. So Jennifer Hudson will be there. Do you know who Megan Hilty is? A Broadway star, Megan Hilty?
I do not.
I don't know who Megan is either, but she's going to be there. Country acts Dan and Shay and Little Big Town will be there. Ray and Thalia and the Radio City Rockettes will all be there. This year's Christmas tree will be lit during the show. It is a 74-foot tall, 43-foot wide Norway spruce, and it came from Massachusetts this year.
They always get them from Massachusetts, don't they?
No, they've had one from Idaho before. They've had them from all over the place.
Do they always get the same type of tree? They always get the Norwegian spruce.
This Norway spruce? I don't know.
I think so.
Do you? The tree weighs approximately 11 tons. And it will be adorned with more than 50,000 multicolored LED lights. Pretty well.
Who's responsible for lighting this tree? Who strings those lights?
Crew.
Just one person.
A crew of people. It takes a crew of people.
That's happening when?
December 4th.
The tree lighting?
December 4th on NBC, Christmas in Rockefeller Center. But they're starting to announce all those fun little Christmassy things and all the tree lightings and all that stuff. As we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving and Black Friday. You going to watch the parade?
Probably not.
No?
Because we're going to be watching a football game.
That's on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when I guess the parade
See
is.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got
Thursday
confused
morning.
by dates.
parade?
Probably not. It's not that exciting.
Okay. Well, I haven't heard about big performers yet on the parade, but I'm sure that news is coming soon. So,
Oh, boy.
yeah, people have been rehearsing. It's been a big deal. I'm excited to see some balloons.
You do like to watch
I like
the parade.
it.
I know you do.
I just like having it on in the background even.
It's a sense of familiarity. I get
it.
it.
Is one of my favorite Thanksgiving things to just have that on. I can walk in. I can watch a little bit. It's a lazy morning thing. I really enjoy just the sound of the parade. I don't know.
Well, let's turn it on.
Yeah. Okay. Let's.
Let's do it.
What a tradition.
Wow. How fun.
And here comes the Snoopy balloon. And I go, yeah, cool. It's awesome. And Garfield.
Oh, boy.
But then there's balloons for like characters. I'm like, is that even relevant still?
Like Felix the cat?
Yeah.
Don't they have him every year?
Sometimes.
And sometimes everybody goes, who?
Or they'll be like, and here's Caillou. And are people still watching Caillou?
I hope not. I hope nobody is watching Caillou.
Well, Caillou's great. He's 4. He's 4 years old.
I know. Caillou is the whiniest little kid.
He's 4. Well, the numbers are out. And the numbers look good for Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Of course they do.
Made a lot of money on that fight.
Of course they did.
But do you know how much money?
I don't even, I'm just
Do
going to
you
be
want to
grossed
guess? You are going to be grossed out, as a matter of fact. There's a celebrity net worth website that estimates that Mike Tyson is now worth. Now, remember, before I tell you this number, he filed bankruptcy just a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much he's worth now?
I'm going to say 5.3 million.
20 million. $20 million.
Ridiculous.
So he was once worth over 300 million, let's be clear.
Okay.
But he wasn't doing so great on the money front, and now he's got 20 million. So
for a silly little stunt.
Yeah.
That had us all fooled.
Now he lost the fight, and the loser of the fight takes home a smaller purse than the winner of the fight.
So how much did that?
So Jake Paul, in his post-fight press conference, admitted to going easy on Mike Tyson, who he said was throwing punches like a senior citizen. So he kept the smack talk going.
I didn't see any. I thought, right after that fight ended, he like bowed down and he was like, the greatest, like, you are the GOAT. I'm going to say really nice things about you. Now he's back to smack talking.
Yeah, he said, I don't want to hurt someone who didn't need to be hurt. Guess how much he got paid?
Okay, well, if Mike Tyson got 20 million, I'm going to say 50 million.
He got 40 million. $40 million.
But he also had to pay for a lot of that stuff. I can't imagine how much he had to pay. His
production company had to pay.
But there
That's
was a
separate
lot
funds.
of people. If you saw that, there was a ton of people there.
That is correct.
They all had to pay a lot of money.
That is correct. So that's just from the fight. Mike Tyson got 20 million. Jake Paul got 40 million. I guarantee the Jake Paul and MVP promotions made more money than it cost to put on that event.
But then how much did the other fighters make that actually had a fight? Because
less than that.
Of course.
They made money, but they didn't make 20 and 40 million.
The main event.
They weren't the title fight, no.
It was stupid. What a stupid stunt. I'm so
mad about it.
Now
that the numbers are out, I'm like, good grief. That's a lot of money.
We're doing something wrong.
Well, we also are not boxing each other.
Well, we don't need to be,
for millions of dollars.
That they weren't boxing each other either. Did you see it? They were dancing around.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw a punch. Maybe not. Let me keep dancing. That's all it was. It was so dumb. I'm still mad that I wasted my time.
I can't help you.
For years and years and years, you have asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I tell you and I did, and you say, that's dumb.
No, listen.
And
it's not that what you want is dumb. It's what you want to qualify as a Christmas gift it's not a good gift.
And so then I say,
it's an item you could just go buy.
Okay, but then I say, but then just go get it for me oh, you've been talking about this for so long. I just went out and got you one on a random Tuesday. And then I eventually just have to go buy it myself because no one else buys me anything. There was a bath pillow that I wanted for Christmas. I had to go buy it myself because nobody bought it for me.
You wanted a bath pillow.
I did. I just said that.
Which I know. I'm reiterating. The thing you wanted was a pillow that suction cups to the edge of the tub.
Yes.
So that you can lay your head back while you're taking a bath.
Yeah.
Not a bad item. A great thing to want. Not a good Christmas gift.
Okay, so then like I said.
From me.
Then you just go get it on a random day that goes, she's been asking for this for a really long time. I love her. I care about her. I'm just going to go buy her this pillow that she's talked about for years. You didn't even do that. Okay.
Did you get a bath pillow?
Yeah, I had to go buy it myself.
No, you did not. It was given to you by our daughter as a gift.
Because she gets it.
Because she finally was like, she really wants this thing. It's a dumb gift, but let's just get it for her.
Exactly.
And so we did.
And I loved it.
But it's still fine. Great.
Okay. So here's another thing I've been asking for years. A nose warmer.
Come on.
Don't even come on. This is smart.
It's a crocheted nose, scarf thing?
Yep.
Come on.
Come on.
You're going to wear that around?
At home, absolutely. I'm not going to wear it in public because that'd be weird. But the other day we were watching football. My nose was so cold. I put my nose in my shirt because it was so cold. My nose gets cold.
You're going to look like Mermaid Man from SpongeBob.
It doesn't matter. Is my nose going to be warm? Yes. I'm going to just buy one myself. I found one for $12.
That
$8.
seems expensive.
That's even cheaper. $4. The more I look, the more cheaper they get. Here's a pack for $17 for 6, 7, 8 of them. All different colors. I could match my outfit. I'm just going to buy one of these my own self. This is such a brilliant thing. I don't know who invented this, but I'm going to buy one from you here on Etsy.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're solving the issue, but why do you need a little nose warmer?
I just told you that my nose gets cold. Always. My nose is cold all the time. And then when
why is your nose cold?
Because it's cold.
That's not
then,
the answer.
When my nose gets cold, it starts to run. So then I just always have to wipe my nose. And then it gets dried out. And then it's a problem. So, guess what? Guess I'm buying my own gift again.
I Googled why is my wife's nose always cold?
Yeah. And?
It has less insulating fat, and it is one of the first body parts to lose heat during a reduced blood flow to extremities.
There you go.
So you need to get better circulation to your nose. My nose is not cold.
My nose is always cold.
Right.
It's not right now, but that's because it's toasty in here. But at home, it gets chilly.
Ooh.
Whatever. I'm buying this.
I can't wait to post pictures and video of you wearing your silly nose thing.
There's one that just has regular colors, or there's one that has animals.
Like what are you going to do?
This one looks like a hedgehog.
Oh, man.
This one is a dog.
Just pick what you want and enjoy having a warm nose, I guess.
I am going to pick what I want. Thanks for your...
But you're going to, when you get it, you have to wrap it. You can't wait till Christmas to open. It's a gift. No. It's the rules. It's the rules. If you shop in November, December, you have to wrap it and wait till Christmas to open it.
No. You don't make those rules. I make those rules. And...
Yeah. That's the rules. Yeah. Jingle bells.
I keep a running list on my phone of things that we can talk about. It's called show notes.
Yeah.
And anything that's silly that happens or anything important or interesting that comes up, I'll write it down so that we can talk about it on the show. I had a note in there, And I have no idea. And here's what happens. Sometimes I quickly write things because I'll be in the middle of doing something else and I'll be like, oh, I got to remember this. Write it down.
Yeah.
And I don't always remember what it is that I've written down. So I wrote a note that said, standing around looking at it. And I have no idea what that means.
Standing around looking at it.
The only thing I can think of, it was something that happened over the weekend.
Okay.
And the only thing I can think of is we hung some ornaments in our tree outside.
Yeah.
And we were standing around looking at them. And I wonder if I was like, people are going to be wondering what we're standing around looking at.
You would have been more specific if it was that. You would have said, like, ornaments in the tree.
I might have.
Standing around looking at it feels like at some point during the weekend, was there a time where you caught me standing around looking at something?
But what?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Like maybe I was pondering in deep thought and you were watching from inside and I was outside. Maybe I was just standing there looking at something.
No, it wasn't that. I have no idea what it was. Somebody was standing around looking at something.
Well.
And it was exciting enough that I was like, we got to talk about this.
Uh-huh.
So here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
So let's see.
Bringing
we
the
both
story to
worked
you.
on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We had different places. We weren't together.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see some standing around looking at it at your work?
No.
Do you have any idea what time of day you wrote it down?
No.
See, that'd be helpful.
That would be helpful.
Maybe take better notes.
I absolutely need to take better notes. But as I said, I quickly write things down. Sometimes I don't because if I'm writing in a hurry, even,
Yeah.
I don't spell things correctly or there's
Okay.
a typo. And then I'll look at it and go, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What was that supposed
But you could
to mean?
also just write like Saturday 2:30 or Sat 2:30. Stand around looking at it Sat 2:30. And then you'd be like, where was I at 2:30 on Saturday?
It's got to be more specific than Sat 2:30 because I'm going to be like, Sat.
Yeah, Saturday.
Sat.
I'm just trying to make it so you can do it quick. It's shorthand for Saturday.
What I find that is better is if I can voice to text instead of typing because I make a lot of
You know you can do
mistakes.
voice memos.
Yeah, I have. I've been doing some of those sometimes.
Like recording your voice.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have been making notes that way.
You can also tell your assistant in your phone to remind you about a thing
Yes. I also knew about that.
or to add to a list.
I don't know what we were standing around looking at or
Yeah.
who was standing around or what we were looking at.
Standing around looking at
Standing
it.
around looking at it.
What was it?
Couldn't tell you.
Standing around looking at it.
I don't know. But here's the story.
And
it's
you
a
don't
good
know
one.
when you wrote it down.
No. No, I don't.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up. Now I want to go stand around and look at it. What could it be? Am I missing out?
I don't know.
Like, should we be standing around looking at it? Like,
Possibly.
maybe there was a thing where it was like a whole bunch of people were standing around looking at it, and we weren't. And
And
now
we
we
missed
need
out.
to go back and stand around and look at it.
But how were we going to know what we're supposed to be standing around looking at?
Because you wrote it down.
Yeah, but I don't know what we're supposed to be looking at.
Saturday at 2:30.
It wasn't at 2:30. I don't know when it was. We'll never know.
Huh.
We'll never know. It's just another FOMO in my life.
Yeah, you're missing out
I
on
know.
whatever we were supposed to or did stand around and look at.
Man, oh man.
What could it be? I'm going to sit around and think about it.
Okay, I will too.
Okay, good luck.
This is an old story.
It's an old story.
It's an old story. This is from when we were flying to San Diego, I think. So this happened in
the spring,
April.
in March, April, whatever that was.
There was a gentleman who you called the bullfrog.
Okay.
He was a large gentleman, like he was just tall. But the way that he was eating in the waiting area, it was kind of a little bit like a little snarfy. He was a snarfy eater.
I don't remember this
You don't
at
remember
all.
this at all?
No.
The second I read it in my show notes, I went, oh, yeah. So
So you're saying he was a big man, not like he wasn't like an overweight man.
No, he was tall.
A big human being.
And he was like he had very long legs, so he was lanky in his seat in the waiting area.
So he must have reminded me of one of the frogs from that Frog and Toad. When they're riding the bicycles with his long legs. Maybe that's where that comes from. I'm just trying to figure out where my head was at when I decided he reminded me of a frog. Okay, so he had long legs.
Yeah.
And he ate food.
Snarfy.
Huh. I mean, it sounds bullfroggy.
And we both knew that the second we boarded the plane, he was going to be sitting by us. That was like determined to be our fate. And he was going to be snarfing on the plane next to us.
Did that end up happening?
So the point of the story that I wrote down was that Josh doesn't think he's as quiet. Josh is not as quiet as he thinks he is.
Oh, I am not as quiet when it comes to what? Food and stuff?
No. About talking about this man.
So you're saying that when I was saying that the guy was snarfy with his food and reminded me of a frog... that I was loud when I was saying
You thought you were speaking very quietly, and I did not think that you were speaking very quietly.
I don't typically make loud judgments at people, so I feel like this guy might have been maybe outside of earshot. Was there other noise? I mean, the airport's not necessarily a quiet environment all the time.
That's true. I would agree with that you don't often make loud judgments on people.
And was he sitting across from us, like close, or were we further away?
He was making loud enough noises that you were annoyed by the loud food noises.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Once you're upset by something, then it's over.
Yeah.
Loud food noises is a dunner for you. Rude people is a dunner for you.
Right.
So I think
I might have just been annoyed enough to be like, listen up, bullfrog.
Exactly.
Was it that kind of a thing?
I think it was.
I see. So I'd already determined that he reminded me of a frog in my head, and maybe not have said that out loud. But then when he was snarfy and loud with his food, I said, hey, maybe quiet down, bullfrog. And that was enough for you to go, that's funny.
But also loud, like quiet down.
Huh.
I like that you called him a bullfrog because he had long legs, like Frog and Toad riding a bicycle. Perfect imagery.
That's probably what I'm just trying to figure out why I'd call somebody a bullfrog. Like, did he have like a big neck, like a croaky neck? So why would I call him bullfrog?
I don't know.
That's a real interesting thing to say about somebody.
I'm sure this is a very nice man. I think this is.
Well, I don't think I was. I don't know that I was necessarily being rude. I might have just been being observant. Like, that guy looks like a bullfrog. The people look like all kinds of things.
He did not end up sitting next to us.
Well, that's good.
Which was good news for all of us.
Never flown with a bullfrog.
A snarfy
bullfrog. Man.
You would have been so mad if he sat next to you on the plane eating his snarfy food the whole way.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I like Biscoff cookies a lot, but I don't snarf on them. You can't be snarfing your food.
If I say snarfing food, that you know exactly what I mean, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Exactly.
Like, why do people slurp their food?
Well, sometimes you have to slurp your food if it's soup. In fact, you're supposed to slurp your ramen.
I know. But why?
It's just how it's done.
I don't slurp mine. I'm not over there. Like when someone's drinking out of a straw and clearly their beverage is empty, but they just keep trying to find more. Like it's going to magically appear.
Why are you looking at me when you say this?
You know why I'm looking at you.
Josh, there's always a little bit left.
There just isn't.
I'm going to get my money's worth.
You have. So, bullfrog. Exciting news. Why are you so quiet?
Just say what you're going to say.
I'm going to say Mojo Dojo Casa House, which just so happens to be the name of my fantasy football team. Just so happens to be number one in the league of our family.
I hate this.
Listen up.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to.
Here's the exciting part for me. Let's talk about our son's team real quick. The Super Jamario Brothers. They are on a 2-game winning streak. His record is 5-6. He is in 4th place. Well, technically, he is tied for 2nd because all 3 of you have a 5-6 record.
You're right. That's funny.
He has 2 games won in a row. Our daughter has lost 2 in a row. You have lost 4 in a row. What's going on?
Where do you see that?
Are you on the standings, the season standings?
Yes.
Scroll all the way to the right. You'll see it in bold red. L4.
This is nonsense.
I have won the last 4 games in a row.
I was killing it. I was doing so good.
Yeah. So my record is now 7-4. The 3 of you are 5-6.
I'm so mad at you.
I am 2 games up on the rest of the league, which I'm super excited about.
Are you?
Yeah. Here's the other thing that happened. I don't know if you looked at the scoreboard for the week, but Mojo Dojo Casa House brought the
Stupid
pain.
name. That was a dumb name.
Brought the pain.
Who names their team that?
I did. 165 points, we'll call it, to 121. That's more
It's
than
not my
you made.
fault.
I know it's not your fault. You set your roster and you just hope it goes well. I spent a long time living in those shoes.
Yeah, my team did not perform this week. I got nothing out of Lamar Jackson. Nothing.
Who are you playing this week? Do you know?
No, I'm gonna give up.
No, you're not.
I don't know. I've lost 4 games in a row.
This is true.
I can't even be real.
I am playing against our son this week. There are only 3 weeks left until the playoffs, by the way.
And all of my players are on a bye week.
Week 12?
Mm-hmm.
You got a week 12 bye week?
I've got Devontae Adams, Drake London, and my kicker all on a bye week.
That's only 3 people.
That's a lot of people to be on a bye. I was having fun. I'm not having fun anymore.
What happened?
I don't like losing.
Well, then don't lose.
It's not any fun anymore. I liked winning.
Winning is more fun.
I liked winning. I liked beating you.
Yeah. I know all about it. I heard all about it.
Just take your win and go. Just leave me alone.
Okay. I'm just excited because for a long, many amounts of weeks, I had to hear it. And now I get to have a little fun with it.
Now you get to gloat.
It's not gloating. I'm
fun.
just excited. I'm excited. I've been working hard to get my team
good job.
in a position where I could win, and I finally got there. So I'm excited. That's all I'm trying to say. Mojo Dojo Casa House is bringing the pain.
Temporarily.
Okay. You and I face off in the final week before playoffs. So I'm against our son this week. I'm against our daughter next week. Then I'm against you one more time. And then we go into playoffs. So you got 3 weeks to get your team sorted out before you take on Mojo Dojo Casa House.
We're going to get sorted out. Don't you even fret. I mean, you should fret because we're coming back in a big way.
All right. I'm excited to see what happens.
I'd be fretting right now.
I'm excited for you to drop some players so I can pick them up.
I'm not dropping anybody. This is my team. This is who I stand by. This is who I've had from the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm not dropping anybody.
All right.
Get out of my way so I can make a field goal. Move.
Okay. All right.
Get out the way.
All right. Mojo Dojo Casa House, number 1. Numero uno. Everybody else tied for second. At least you're all tied for second.
We just wanted you to have a win because you were feeling so sad about yourself. Carry on. Move along.
I'm going to compare this to the audio when you win a week, just so that we can really see the stark contrast in your attitude.
What do I do when I win? Same. I do the same thing. I win graciously. I lose graciously.
Yes, that's correct. That is correct information.
I can't decide if we're lazy or just forgetful, or maybe a little bit of both.
What'd we forget?
Well, I am scrolling through this list that we've made for each other of things that we're going to talk about on the show and things like ideas for content and different things. We have a bunch of videos that we're like, that would be hilarious. We could make that video. I've got probably 10 or 15 video ideas.
Yeah. Now, is this a shared list?
No.
This is just a list you have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I'm forgetful, so I have to write everything down. But you remember stuff.
Do I? Because I don't even remember a conversation about a man I thought looked like a frog. So I don't remember much. You've got me like I'm some sort of steel trap of a brain over here. And I don't remember something as significant as a man who ate loud that reminded me of a frog. So
you're right. You don't actually have a very good memory.
I do when I need to, but I don't remember every little thing. I remember dates and I remember some phone numbers from when I was a kid. I can tell you my home address from when I was a child. But that's really not that important.
Yeah, that's not that great. Most of us can remember that stuff.
Yeah, I know. Steel trap.
We've got some really good ideas for some videos here.
Well, we
We've
should
got
make
to get
something.
to them. I remember I was sad because during Halloween we wanted to do that video where we had to race
a slasher.
A slasher in the house.
Right.
We never did that. Maybe we could still do it, but maybe it's a race Santa.
Well, it could be, except Santa's not really trying to catch you. He's kind of trying to sneak. He's kind of a sneak guy. Usually you try to catch him.
Well, who else could we race that's Christmas themed?
What's the monster guy in Scandinavia? What's
Krampus?
Krampus.
We could race Krampus.
Krampus gonna get you. I couldn't think of Krampus. Steel trap.
So let's make some of these videos. You got to remember to do them.
I do.
Yeah, you do. I've done my job in writing them down.
I don't even know what's on the list. I don't have access to the list.
Well, I don't want to say what's on the list out loud.
I understand.
Because then people will steal all our ideas.
Don't go stealing ideas.
All of these are stolen ideas.
Yeah, don't go stealing viral video ideas that we saw online and want to recreate ourselves. Don't do that.
Some of these are really good.
Well,
we got to do some of these.
You know?
Some of these are like game ideas that would be super fun to play.
We should play some games.
I need to actually look at this
more regularly
thing that
Yeah.
Should take a peek at it more often.
Maybe. How often do you look at it?
Once a day.
That's not enough. Steel trap. I forget.
I have sections, and all of the games and videos are down below. So if I don't scroll down, then I don't see them.
Well,
that's a problem.
Yep.
So
what are you going to do?
You got to help me be more organized.
How can I help be more organized? You've already made a list. Then you read it every day. What?
Maybe you could remind me.
Hey, read that list again.
Didn't you write down some fun video ideas?
That sounds like work.
Exactly. I'm asking you to do some.
Now, I think when you started talking about this, you said you weren't sure if we were forgetful or lazy.
Is it lazy?
It might be lazy. It might be lazy.
Dang it. I just wanted to be forgetful.
Steel trap. Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Would you rather this or that? That's what's up. Would you rather this or that?
Would you rather sing at the Thanksgiving Day Parade or help hold down a character balloon in the Thanksgiving Day Parade?
Would I rather hold a balloon or what?
Sing.
Oh, yeah, balloon.
What balloon? Caillou?
Yeah. I'm going to hold down that big Caillou balloon. And here comes Caillou.
I'm just a kid who's far.
Yeah, see, now you get it.
What balloon are you going to help hold down? You're probably going to pick Snoopy.
That'd be fun. I just think of all the things, like walking around with like a big kite string reel and a whole bunch of other people. Sounds cool. I could handle that.
I'm going to pick that too, just because nobody wants me to sing at the Thanksgiving Day Parade. So I'll probably just go with the balloon. But I also don't want that job.
But you also like to just sing louder. It's better, you've said.
Yeah,
so
that's
you would
true.
just belt it out right there on the Macy's Star.
Oh, yeah. The louder I sing, the better I sound, for sure.
For sure.
At least that rings true in my car. But I also have background vocals in the car. The professional singer is my background vocals in the car. I was doing really good. I was jamming out to Alanis Morissette yesterday in the car. Oh man, we were.
You're having a time?
We were rock stars, me and Alanis.
Well, good. You said you had found a song that you
That
had
I'd
kind of
forgotten
forgotten about. Yeah.
Okay, well,
good times. I guess it's all about that balloon holding.
balloon.
That's it. Would you rather this or that?
I think I'd want to hold the Bart Simpson balloon. Is there a
Good
Bart
one.
Simpson balloon?
Sometimes.
That's the one.
Charlie
I'd wanna
Brown
hold.
sometimes has one too, and Snoopy.
You would like to hold Charlie Brown.
I would hold Charlie Brown because he needs to be held.
Oh, poor Charlie Brown.
Poor Charlie Brown. Plus, I look like him, so that's fun. They'd be like, "Oh, and look, Charlie Brown walking on the ground,
We'll just
holding the
hoist
Charlie
you
Brown
up."
balloon. Yeah, inflate me with helium and put me in the sky. Look at me go. I'm a big bald guy. It all rhymes. Anyway, would you rather this or that?
I saw something today that said, just sit back and embrace the season.
What does that mean?
That means not necessarily the Christmas season, but the winter season.
Or the transition from fall to winter?
The transition from, I was
Okay.
still clinging on to some warmth. And because fall was so beautiful and we had some really
October was
great
great.
days
Yeah.
in October, we haven't had warm weather like that in October in a very long time.
Sure.
So I think we were able to appreciate the autumn like we haven't in a long time.
I would agree.
And so now that it's colder and there's snow on the ground, I get a little bit crabby and the days are gloomy. And
I
we'll
see.
Never
So
be warm
embrace
again.
the season. This is what you do. You get into, like, you feel a little bit of cold, and then you say out loud multiple times throughout the 9 months of winter, you say, I'll never be warm again. And then June, July, August, September hit, and you say, I'll never be cool again.
I'll always be cool. What are you talking about? Always. I'm always cool.
You're sweating and you're saying it out loud. I'll never be cool again.
So I've decided that I'm going to just try and embrace. What do they say? They say there's no such thing as bad weather. There's just bad preparation.
Sure. Yeah.
So you've got to
have the proper gear. Yeah. Layer
You've
up.
gotta,
Cover your nose with the stupid crochet
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
So dumb.
I'm going to wear it, and I don't care what you say. I'm going to buy one. And my nose is always
I thought you were buying
warm.
the 8-pack.
I might. I'm going to buy one just to see if I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spend because I think one is just $4, or I could buy the 8-pack for $16.
It's a better value.
It's a better value, to be sure.
Quick math says it's a better value. But anyway, it's all about being able to be comfortable, right? Like if you can layer up and you can wear, a good base layer and then, wear some fleece leggings or something.
I got fleece leggings on right now.
Yeah, something that's going to keep you
And
toasty.
I feel toasty.
Right. And then you can keep layering. You can put an outer layer on to keep you dry because if you get wet, you're going to get cold. So you got to stay dry. And then you can go anywhere. You can snowshoe. You can hike. You can just go, outside in the cold and feel warm and cozy.
We bought our dog a coat.
Yeah?
Because she does not like being cold either.
Right.
So together, Luna and I are going to embrace the cold.
Right.
We're going to embrace the season of winter.
I like it. She hates it.
I'm going
She
to make
doesn't
her like it.
walking in the snow. And the snow's not even deep yet. Like when it gets deep in the backyard and she has to go trudge her way through, it's going to be pretty fun to watch.
We better get her some booties.
I did start shoveling a little path.
What a spoiled little princess we have.
But she bites the shovel. And I don't know what to do about that. Like I was clearing the snow off of the deck in the back, and she's biting the shovel as it's scraping the snow. And then I'm like shooting it off the end of the deck, out onto the yard. and she jumps and tries to bite it as it's flying over the edge. It's a good time. She's a nut.
It's a nut.
We're learning about her. She's only been in the family for a few months, and we're still learning.
We haven't been with her for winter.
I know.
This is all new territory.
Yeah.
She and I, we're going to embrace winter together.
All right. Good. So does that mean you're going to bundle up and everything when the dog needs to go out, or are you still just going to go, somebody needs to let the dog out? How are you going to embrace the winter is what I'm asking. Because I feel like it's still going to be you standing there going, it's too cold. Someone needs to let the dog out. I don't have shoes on. Someone else go. But maybe I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
I figured as much.
What I mean by embracing the winter is that I'm going to, when I go from my car to the house or vice versa, I won't complain so much.
Oh, good. How's the dog involved in that?
None.
Okay, good. All right. Glad I could get some clarification on how you plan on embracing the season. Because it sounds like you're not embracing it at all. Sounds like you're kind of dismissing the season.
Yeah, I probably am going to just do that.
Yeah.
I changed my mind. I'm just going to sit on the couch with a cup of cocoa.
Yeah, I've seen you.
That's how I'm going to embrace the season.
Yep. I've seen it.
More cocoa.
That's what you're just going to yell that.
Yes.
Someone let the dog out, and also my cocoa's empty.
Empty.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Hey, have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, to hang out with you. Check out the podcast. It's available everywhere podcasts are available. And embrace the season.
Come on.
And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a good day.
You're welcome to join me in embracing the season. You just have to come to my house because I'm not going to yours.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Because I'm cozy in mine.
I'm cozy.
Yeah. All right. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.